Hi, I'm Sean Gannon, and this is Minute Math, and today we're learning about the mean value theorem for integrals.
Minute Math, when you need help you use Minute Math.
We're given this problem right here. F of x equals a negative x squared over 2 plus x plus 3 halves. And we have the interval from negative 3 to 1, and we want to find the value of c that satisfies the mean value theorem for integrals here. So first thing I want to do is find my average value, my f of c. So to do that, I have my f of c here is equal to, using the formula, 1 over b minus a, so 1 minus a negative 3, on the integral from negative 3 to 1 of my function f of x, negative x squared over 2 plus x plus 3 halves dx. Now let's go, we'll solve this right here. 1 minus a negative 3 is plus a positive 3, so we have 1/4 out here. We have to integrate our function here. So we have a negative x squared over 2 comes out to be negative x to the third over 6 plus, well, x is a x squared over 2 plus 3 halves is just a 3 halves x. And we're integrating this from a negative 3 to 1. So our rules tell us here we're going to plug in 1 first and for x, and when I did that, I plugged 1 in for x and simplified, I got 11 over 6 here, minus, when I plug negative 3 in for x, I got a 9 halves, positive 9 halves. So, keep going, we have 1/4 here, is equal to 11/6 minus a 9 halves came out to be a negative 8/3. And when I multiplied that out, I got a negative 2/3. And remember, that whole negative 2/3 is equal to my f of c here. Okay, so now that we have f of c right there, negative 2/3, we need to, well, find the value c that satisfies it. So what we're doing is we're plugging c in for x, and we're going to set it equal to, so it says equal to negative 2/3. The way I like to see it like this, let me make a little line here. F of c is equal to my function, negative c squared over 2 plus c plus 3 halves, is equal to what we found, that negative 2/3. And now this is just an algebra problem that we're solving for c. So to do that, I have to get it equal to 0, so I added 2/3 of both sides, and I have a negative c squared over 2 plus c plus 3 halves. Oh, sorry, not plus 3 halves. I'm adding a 2/3 of both sides. And when I added 2/3 of both sides, what did I get? 13 over 6 is equal to 0. So at this point, I used a quadratic formula to solve this. I said c is equal to a negative b value 1 plus or minus the square root of b squared 1 squared minus 4 times my a value, negative 1/2, times my c value, 13 over 6, all over 2 times my a, negative 1/2. Okay? So this becomes a little tricky here, all right? When I simplified this out, I ended up with a, what did I get? A negative, oh sorry, let's go positive because it'll simplify to the end. You should know how to simplify this. 1 plus or minus the square root of 16 over 3. Now, this as a decimal, right, as approximately a plus or minus 3.309. Now notice one of these values is outside of our interval, right? The positive 3.30, oh sorry, positive 3.0, not plus or minus, positive 3.309 and a minus 1.309. Plus or minus would both be out of the interval. So I got approximately a positive 3.309 and approximately a negative 1.309 there. The positive 1 is outside the interval, the negative 1 is inside the interval, so I ignore the positive 1, and so my final answer here is a negative 1.309, approximately right there. So that is the value of c is approximately, that satisfies the mean value theorem for integrals here. I hope this video was helpful for you, and if it was, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and like this video. This helps us make more free math lessons for you and for everyone else. So as always, thanks for watching.
Minute Math, when you need help you use Minute Math.